Law speaks, all this Asawana will die. And the law has spoken. And all this, and let me tell you something. And people should have that right. Ijaw does not constitute the majority of the Niger Delta.
Is from His Excellency the FCT Minister Wike, the former governor of River State. Well, like or hate, he just said the ugly, unspoken truth. And however you make out of his speech or his media chat, you will find nothing but the truth. For so long, we have been playing the hide and seek game about the actual population of the Ijaw people. The Ijaw, with no disrespect, actually are minorities. Now, our mission to unify Igbo has again been brought to you and has been justified, actually, because when we started this journey, our aim is to bring the Igbo people, especially those that are carved outside the Igbo states, and bring them to, unify them, actually. Now, talking about these people, you cannot leave behind the Opobo people. In every sincerity of purpose and truth, the Opobo people are never Ijaws. They might have a handful of whatever, they might have some few Ijaw people, but the people are Ubani people, Igbos. The same goes to Boni, the same in some part of Okrika. So these are a kind of confluence society where these people actually meet the Aboriginals, which is the Igbos. Igbos span across 13 states of the Federation. Igbos in Ido, Igbos in Bayelsa, Igbos in Rivers, Igbos in Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Igbos in Benue, Igbos in River State. So these are what we are here for, to unify these people, to educate, to sensitize, using cultural and social enlightenment to do this work. And we are succeeding. That is why you see a lot of things happening already. People are coming out to speak their truth. People are now in mass coming out. I mean, if I have to show you the kind of emails and WhatsApp messages that I am receiving private, you will marvel. You will definitely stand up to encourage what we are doing. But everything is in the background, underground movements, bringing these people, giving them power, amplifying their voices to speak their truth, because that is the only way. How did Opobo become Ijaws? That is a story for another day, because it is not unconnected to the genocide Ndi Igbo suffered. What the people of Opobo, the Igbo indigenous people who suffered in Opobo and Boni is an untold story. That's not now that I'll begin to tell the story. The people that has the original story, I will host them when our podcast studio is completed. Just anticipate that, because we will be hosting a lot more podcasts where there will, at least an hour plus duration in people speaking out and answering questions in real time. So I must give it up to the Minister Wike. He has said it. The Ijaw people are a minority. They cannot produce governors in Akwa Ibom. They claim they are. They can produce. They can actually produce governor in Rivers. They can't produce governors in Delta because they are minority. Not to talk about the Western state or the Edo state. You understand? So these are all the effects of the movement Unify Igbos now. And when I sit back and watch what is unfolding, what is happening, I feel nothing but happiness, because God has actually used me and used the host of other proponents, other messengers to propagate this movement, to propagate the message. We shall be liberated. We shall unite. The Opobo man will have no choice than to proclaim his Igbo-ness. Now, let me tell you, just imagine that the Ijaw people are faced with genocide, with the federal might and also some neighboring and some world powers committing genocide against the Ijaw people. Do you think the Igbo man will say want to claim, the few Igbo people will say want to claim I'm Ijaw? You see them, delete the Ijaw identity from their memories and proclaim their Igbo-ness, because the language already certifies them as Igbo people. Bonnie, the same thing. So Igbos suffered a great loss. They suffered genocide. They were hounded to be killed, and millions and millions of people were massacred on their bed, on their marketplaces, in their workplaces. And why wouldn't you say that you are not Igbo? Just to survive, yeah. So it is justified, but the war is over. You just have to come out from your trenches and embrace who you are, your true identity. According to our languages, according to our names and our cultural affinities, we are one people. There is no need denying who you are, because your DNA speaks your truth. So thank you, and I bless this day. As God blesses us, we bless our day, we confess positively, we say, may this day be fruitful, and may this day bring us joy and laughter, bring us good health, bring us long life, and prosper us. Thank you, and may God continue blessing us. You see?
Law speaks. All these Asawana will die. And the law has spoken. All this and Ijaw. Let me tell you something. And people should have that right. Ijaw does not constitute the majority of the Niger Delta. People must speak the truth. Heaven will not fall. He only died once, not 2 times. Ijaw does not constitute the majority of the Niger Delta. What nonsense every day you wake up? Ijaw will do this. In Akwa Ibom, Ijaw cannot be governor. In Delta, Ijaw is the minority of the minority. With all due respect to our late elder statesman, Edwin Clark, he's from Delta. He had never produced Ijaw man to be governor of Delta. He had never. The only place Ijaw man can solely be governor is in Bayelsa State. Not in Edo, not in Rivers, a minority of the minorities. Out of our own benevolence, live and let live. We are similar. I'm nobody, I agree. This Diri they are talking now, Governor Diri. That's why, when you put people in power. Go and ask the Minister of Petroleum, he brought Governor Diri to me in Wisconsin, where I was staying. This governor you are talking now, that's why when I look at people, I say character is something you cannot buy.
Former FCT Minister Nasir El-Rufai said it yesterday that APC, like the president was kind of destabilizing other political parties.
Hold on. I don't want to go into that. That's El-Rufai's view.
Are you an agent?
Is entitled. Do I look like someone who will be an agent? What? Is there anything I do? I don't do publicly. Is there anything? Now, don't copy what I said, because I know where you're headed. Hanakin Lebobri, the Minister of Petroleum, brought him with David Lyon. Yeah. This governor, he was kneeling down. I said, no, don't do that. You're a governor, don't do that. Today, you will go and call a meeting, South Zone, in your house. Minister of Health will not be there. The Zonal Committee will not be there. Senators will not be there. National Assembly will not be there. If your politics is played, something you can still achieve if you have the tax. Something you can achieve. Now you go and cause problem. Now, look at how they are.